Everyone, lawyers representing the police officers who took Daniel Prude into custody last March say their clients did everything by the book.
But protesters say those officers are responsible for Prude's death and should be prosecuted. Kayla Green was there. She joins us live now from the Rochester Police Locust Club. A warning before we get started, we will be showing the body cam footage. Our team coverage again begins with Kayla now. Kayla.
Adam, the lawyers for these officers say their clients followed training protocol. They say Daniel Prude died from being high on PCP, not from anything their clients did. Officers were dealing with a man high on PCP and had to protect both him and themselves. That's what lawyers representing the officers who encountered Daniel Prude on the early morning of March 23rd say about their client's conduct.
These officers did exactly what they were trained to do, and they did it flawlessly. It is unfortunate and it is a tragedy that Mr. Prude passed away, but it's not, as best we can tell, in any relationship to the actions that the officers took on the night in question.
The medical examiner's report says Prude died from complications of asphyxia in the setting of physical restraint, as well as intoxication from PCP. Today, lawyers say they don't know why asphyxia is listed, and they're having their own medical professionals look into it.
People may die from positional asphyxia on an accidental basis, but this happens most often when the mouth and the nose are blocked or where the chest may be unable to fully expand. At no point in this video, when you watch it, is his nose or mouth blocked.
They also showed an RPD training video of a technique called segmenting used by the officers that night.
The officers involved in this incident did not cause his death. They correctly deployed the segmenting defensive tactic that they received training in. The effects of Mr. Prude's voluntary use of PCP are the root cause of what happened here.
They also addressed what they call misconceptions, including criticism of officers putting a spit sock over Prude's head and not giving him a blanket to keep warm.
Daniel Prude had told the tow truck driver, that he had the coronavirus. You can see through it, you can hear through it, you can breathe through it. The worst thing they could have done was to give him a blanket. He was literally cooking from the inside out.
The lawyers also say they have been in touch with the Attorney General's office about their investigation, but the officers have not been interviewed by the Attorney General's office just yet. Live in Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Rev Louis Stewart with the United Christian Leadership Ministry did release a statement today on all this, saying, quote, he's asking the public to reject the police attorney's misleading statements. He adds, quote, police procedures must change. If the procedures they use lead to a citizen's death, then the segmenting procedure must be tossed out. The officers must be arrested, prosecuted, and brought to trial. Meanwhile, the officers ought to either be on administrative leave without pay or terminated. Murderers of innocent civilians should not be on the city payroll.